Hello, this is Russell from
Tones of Evil.
and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
We're all a little crazy here. Welcome back to another episode of We Are the Knights, the Batman podcast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, it is that other lunatic in the asylum.
Hey y'all, it's Lilith. Let's be honest, if I'm anybody, unfortunately, I'm
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, unfortunately. A doctor that became a patient after too many men told me to smile.
Oh man, can you imagine? They should redo this story somehow, and Harley is one of the doctors at Arkham in this story.
Give it a minute. I think they're working on the animated version.
Oh, well, I mean, they did announce they're doing a two-part Batman Long Halloween.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff in the pipeline for the new DC animated universe. So,
well, don't f up Long Halloween.
Yeah, if they f that up, it's all downhill from there. Because I really didn't like that first Superman movie that they did. So.
Oh, really?
I know Tyler did, but I was just like, I don't like the animation, and the story was kind of flat, so.
Yeah, I never watched it. Did you watch that Batman Kung Fu thing or no?
Hell no. After Batman Ninja or whatever, I will never watch something with Batman. No. That was awful. I'm scarred for life for that. We couldn't even discuss it on the podcast. It was that bad, guys.
I know. I was like, should I watch this? I was like, hey, Lilith, you want to discuss it? It's just a hard no.
Don't do it to yourself, bro.
Why did you say that name?
Yes. It is the Martha of all DC animated movies. Even Batman and Harley Quinn movie, where she, has some fun time with Robin, Nightwing. So
seriously, I swear, any other time, I ask her something, even if it's a no, it's like, nah, I'm not feeling it. This was just no.
Just N-O, capitals, period, underline, exclamation point.
Picture of a gun. It's just like, no.
Right. But thank goodness we have something better to discuss.
Yes. Batman the Last Arkham from Batman Shadow of the Bat. That's right.
They really should reboot this for just some poops and giggles.
Yeah, I like this book. I mean,
I like this way better than Azrael. Just saying.
Well, it's more Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we've talked with Spider-Man and stuff, it's like when you get to the third monthly book for a character, or third or fourth, sometimes the quality can go down, but no, I like Shadow of the Bat.
Yeah, they were too focused on spinning out everybody from the Batman family to this book's detriment at the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was the 90s.
But they did pull I feel like they did pull a lot of stories from the animated series from this, low-key, so that's one thing nice that came out of it.
Yes, because, Batman Shadow of the Bat #1 from June 1992. This was
back in the 90s, comic books were actually really cool, guys.
I mean, this was the heyday. I mean, this was the year of Batman Returns, Batman the Animated Series was premiering. So, look, our creative team, who we've never discussed before, Alan Grant, writer, Norm Brayfogle, penciler.
Oh, gee, those guys? Wonder whatever happened to those guys.
Hey, look at this. I mean, in the 90s for the Bat books, I mean, they basically became the Todd McFarlane. I mean, they basically gave these guys their own book.
Yeah.
Because,
they were a really great team. I mean, I generally never have complaints about this team, so.
Oh.
They were into it. They were into giving us new stuff, but also mixing it with, deep dive stuff, which I can appreciate.
I can't remember if they did this a lot, but yeah, Norm inked his own pencils.
Yeah, he did that a lot.
Okay. Yeah, colorist Adrian Roy, letterer Todd Klein, editor Scott Peterson, and Denny O'Neil.
See, Denny, be on the lookout for something fishy. He always lets something slip through the cracks. No shade.
But yeah, this is just the Last Arkham, part 1 of 4.
Let's get into it.
Oh my lord, the featured quote from Batman, "I am not insane."
Are you sure? You dress up like a bat buddy to the community and fixing the systemic problems. Are you sure?
Batman says, "I am not insane." We're going to have to narrow this down. I don't know which issue this is. You're going to have to narrow this down. But yeah, issue 1 is Jeremiah Arkham administers the final renovations for Arkham Asylum. Construction workers under Hiram contractors dispense with various debris and bric-a-brac from the old rooms. After ordering the workers to burn the old fouls and needless refuse, Jeremiah reflects upon the events that first drove him toward his chosen vocation. He then makes the rounds, inspecting various patients such as Cornelius Stirk, the Scarecrow, and Everard Mallet. Wonder who he is. Well, guess we'll find out.
Because this isn't a little too on the nose.
I know. Arkham then leads several orderlies to inspect the asylum's more dangerous patients. The first is Mr. Zsasz. I love how they were so fancy with him. It was always Mr. Zsasz.
It zazzles to you!
Call me Mr.
You better put some respect on that assassin's name before you become a scar on his body.
Well, I know. Oh, and kids, this is his first appearance. So, not only is it the start of a new book, it's the start of a new villain. Boy, only 5'8", 150. What a fancy man.
They're doing baby numbers, bro.
He skipped the gym. A deranged serial killer. Zsasz surprises Jeremiah by asking him if he has inherited the same mania that once claimed his uncle Amadeus.
Amadeus.
You beat me to it. Suck it, Kona.
That's a great movie, by the way, guys. If you've never seen it, please watch it.
Oh, you beat me and Kona to that joke.
I was ready. Locked and loaded.
I was going to say, yeah, me and him were going back and forth with songs on the one Green Lantern episode a few back.
Suck it, poor Will just wants to discuss Green Lantern and these two bozos just holding them back.
But Hal Jordan.
Suck it, Conan.
Even more bizarre than Zsasz, however, is Arkham's more recent patient, the Batman.
Dun, dun, dun. I swear, they definitely did an episode about this in the Batman animation.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like technically 2. They kind of rejudged this episode, this issue as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's the one I remember, yeah, he gets, I guess, was it infected with Scarecrow's fear gas, and they got him locked up. He's like, I gotta go stop Scarecrow. She has to break
They're
out.
like, hold it, buddy. You belonged in here from the first minute we saw you. We finally got you.
Chained to a wall while still garbed in his costume, the Batman shouts at Arkham, declaring, I am not insane. Arkham is confident, though, that through his therapeutic techniques, he will convince Batman to willingly show him his true identity and abandon his life as the Dark Knight of Gotham. So.
Ain't enough Xanax in the world for that boy. Ain't enough lithium in the world for that boy.
So,
you'd have to give Bruce a freaking lobotomy. That's the only way you can stop him from being Batman. And even then, I don't know.
I know. But I mean, it's just funny. They went all out with this. It was, new number 1, their hotshot creative team, cliffhanger. What's Batman doing locked up in Arkham?
I mean, great way to start a book, not gonna lie.
I know. And then the summary didn't even mention Robin's, Tim Drake's watching the streets himself, and then Nightwing shows up.
Poor Tim, by the way.
I know. Nightwing just shows up and says, what's going on?
Damn it, Bruce! That's the point where Dick Grayson is. Damn it, Bruce!
I know. Got the last kid killed. Now you got to let the other one's on the street by himself. Oh my!
Do I have to do everything in this family?
Oh my lord! But then that splash panel hit, Batman ripping them chains out of the wall.
Somebody get him 10 cc's of whatever tranquilizer we have.
Because, I mean, he's screaming, I'm not insane, as he's ripping them chains out of the wall.
Like an insane person?
Yeah, well, that's what... I think that's supposed to be the deal.
That's the whole gag. It's like, are we sure? Are we sure he shouldn't actually be in there at this point?
I mean, they literally hose him down.
You know what? Arkham is bad at their job.
I know, then they beat him.
Wait, was this a take on insane mental asylums? Because, that's a whole terrible history.
I know.
Not in the face!
But yeah, then they were ready. I mean, this whole thing, I wonder, had they seriously tried to unmask him if he would have fought back? But yeah, Arkham's like, no. Again, the whole...
Well, hell, they don't even have Joker's real name on his paperwork, so what do you expect from this place?
I know.
It's like, wait a minute. We don't even know Joker's real name. He's been in an insane asylum thousands of times. What do you mean?
He probably burned his own fingerprints off.
He's been doing crime forever. There's a trail. I'm just saying. Batman just ain't that interested.
I always headcanon it that, I don't know, that those chemicals just... I don't know if they did anything to his face, but they, like, altered his DNA and stuff.
Do you think he, when he climaxes, it's Joker venom?
Oh!
Actually, that's how Harley became crazy. He didn't actually throw her in the vat. He actually gave her the vat.
Oh, I was going to say there was no vat for Harley, yeah.
Not in the face. Definitely wasn't in the face.
I mean, this is Batman, so it probably doesn't matter, but...
Nobody tell Rob! It's just implications, that's all. It's very interesting when you start thinking about it.
I mean, could you imagine if there was just like a bunch of like Harleys running around and then all of a sudden you see like a couple guys running around and it's like, wait a minute, Joker, what have you been up to?
I mean, back in the day he did used to have, like back in the day he had a couple of male henchmen and then that kind of just fizzled. But yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, back to this issue. He hit him right in the face with that sack.
So yeah, what did you think of the first one?
It definitely, if you've never read it, it pulls you in instantly. It's just like from the cover to the last page, you're just like, okay.
Oh yeah, you're not going to get...
What are you boys doing?
I mean, in the...
if Batman's crazy, so am I.
in the tradition of Batman, it's a mystery and they're setting it up. We're like, oh, we're going to get a lot of rogues in this,
Yeah, I really like the artwork, by the way. Really. That's really honestly the selling point. The story's good, but I like this artwork.
Oh, yeah. If the story or art wasn't here, yeah, this story wouldn't be as...
Like I said, they're basically the dynamic duo at this time for Batman, so...
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. They're basically Todd McFarlane. They gave them their own book.
They're like, yeah, whatever. Give the kids whatever they want.
Hey, let's give these guys... Hey, we want to do a third book? Let's give these guys the third book, man. They can sell it.
And it's like that to this day. Batman's pretty much the only character that can have multiple books, and multiple people of his family have successful books, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
Because they don't try.
Well, the only thing that comes close is like Superman. It's basically Superman in action, and that's basically
that's just like a
tradition.
At this point, that's a tradition.
Yeah,
if they could, they would. If they could get rid of Action Comics, not Action Comics. They could get rid of the regular Superman books. They would. They'd have to keep Action Comics for tradition.
They always want that. Hey, longest running superhero.
Exactly.
All right, ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
Issue 2, The Last Arkham Part 2. From July, right? Yes, July 1992. And then they open up with a flashback that takes place before issue 1. See how
you do? You don't give them the exposition in the first issue. No. That's amateurish. You give it to them in the second issue.
Exactly. Because we see Batman finds a young girl named Karen Spengler.
It's always a Karen, guys.
Oh. Playing in a cemetery in the middle of the night. That's
it's Gotham, so,
I was going to say, that's not creepy.
It's Gotham.
Exactly. Recognizing signs of abuse, he escorts her back home.
What? Okay, if you recognize signs of abuse, why would you take her home? But okay, buddy.
What do you think? You think Bruce was going to threaten him?
It's like, come be a member of my orphan gang, even though you're not an orphan. He was out scouting. Hashtag prove me wrong.
I always figured he was going to like get in the father's face and be like, you want to hit somebody? Why don't you hit me? Or I'm going to be making weekly visits, but if everything is in sunshine and roses, you're going through that window.
That doesn't work with abusers. PSA.
Well, again, is Bruce good at his job?
I'm beginning to wonder.
Would you like a scenic tour of the city hanging from my plane?
Hey, look, a trash compactor.
I don't know where your father went. When they arrive, though, Batman discovers that her parents and brother have been brutally murdered.
That's not fishy at all that she was out playing in a cemetery and then her family was murdered while she was out. That's not fishy at all.
I was gonna say, it's either a supervillain or a superhero in the making.
Both.
Exactly. But I mean, they went dark. I mean, they killed the brother too.
Yeah, she just turns around at the end of this. It was me, Bruce.
Oh.
That's what I was waiting on the whole time, honestly.
Oh, hello, Chad. Bruce lacks.
Good morning, Chad.
Bruce lacks the commitment to finish the job.
Yeah, why do you think Talia had to force herself on him?
Oh!
I'm just roasting Batman this morning.
Why do you think she had to Dr. Cosby him? Jeez. A vagrant is found at the scene and questioned by police. Batman recognizes the handiwork being similar to that of serial killer Mr. Zsasz. Oh man, they're getting all...
It's Mr. Zsasz to you!
His first arc, man, they're so fancy. Mr. Zsasz.
They got relaxed after a while. But I do like the Mr. Zsasz angle.
Yeah.
Put some respect on my name. I'm a cold-hearted killer fool.
I mean, there was like at one point, 1 or 2 points in the story, isn't he like wearing a suit? I mean, they were trying to make him a fancy man. Then they just gave up and went with he like kills in his underwear.
I mean, less clothes to burn.
Not that Lil's ever thought of it.
No, you go full Dexter bunny suit.
Oh, consulting with Commissioner Gordon, his boo, they both decide to take a ride out to Arkham Asylum to verify that Zsasz is still incarcerated.
They're going on a date.
I was going to say that's a crappy date.
They're going to stop and get coffee and donuts on the way. They keep it casual. Nothing serious.
They meet hospital administrator Jeremiah Arkham, who provides Batman and Gordon with a tour of the facility. Batman knows that Zaz's MO required him to scar his own flesh after each kill. Oh, Chad. I see what you're doing there. Mr. Zsasz or Mr. Knight. It's a tad uncanny. So at one point, they both like to wear suits, so. I think you're breaking someone's heart with those comments, though, Chad.
I was going to say, nobody told Ray.
What the F?
But, I don't know. Ray can handle it because,
Because Ray likes it hard. And Ray likes it long.
Wait till tomorrow. Yes.
Poor Ray.
Tomorrow morning, Chad. I'm talking Batman with Ray, so anyone can watch live if you want to see the pain expression on his face. So
if he doesn't have a glass of wine, I'm going to be disappointed. To drown his sorrows, I'm going to be so disappointed.
He could, because it's going to be morning here. It's going to be morning here, so it should be evening there, so he could have wine.
Just a line of Fosters.
I mean, the accent gives it away, but if no one knew he was in Australia, can you imagine people being like, oh, look at him drinking wine at like 9 a.m.
They're like, is that Lil? Lilith, is that you? This you?
Is that Lilith's brother? What? But yes, a full body examination reveals no new scarring. But, Lord, they neglect to check the bottom of Zaz's feet.
I was going to say...
What?
In between the toes.
I know, it's like, there's several.
They're bad at their job. We know. They're underfunded. We get it.
Shouldn't-
Bruce, give them some money.
Shouldn't Batman have thought to check the bottoms of his feet? I mean, there's several places you can hide scarring like that.
Is it in the butt?
Whoa! Wait a minute! That's not my drop!
I didn't say it. Charlie said it. What? I was gonna
we're a really bad influence on the professor.
I know.
He used to never give us innuendo.
I know. I was going to say, wait, do you have an and then in the butt one? But yeah, you do.
In your booty. Of course I do.
Oh, you have a couple.
In your booty.
It's in his
Prison
prison
purse,
purse.
obviously.
It's in his prison purse.
Could you imagine? It's on the tip of something.
Oh! Okay, I'm done. Yeah, but if you're checking them naked, that'd be visible, though.
I mean, are you really looking at another guy's junk? No.
It's Batman.
They're like, now we're going to just scan over that.
It's Batman. He's obsessive.
Ooh. It's wienering time.
The Lilith Hellfire drops the gift that always gives. But yeah, they neglect to check the bottom of his feet. They entertain the notion that a copycat killer might be responsible for the Spengler deaths. But Batman hasn't ruled Zsasz out as a suspect. Zsasz gloats at them and gives Batman...
Wait a minute. Does the whole family count as one kill, or does everybody get an individual mark?
I think, didn't he have 3 scars on the bottom of his foot?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, no. He's very meticulous. I believe he, each body counts as a...
Because if it was Deadshot, he would just...
I mean, he wants as many scars as possible.
Because that's a job. The whole job, not the...
Oh, yeah. There's 3 on the bottom of his foot, so...
Wait, is Zazzles better at his job than Deadshot?
Oh.
Now, that's what actually should be in the Suicide Squad. Because, we have so many portrayals of him for live action, although Gotham did it best. I will not lie. And that's the portrayal I want to see.
I mean, I know they always want to go big with these movies, but I mean, you could do a whole Batman movie on Zsasz.
I mean, they didn't try that with Birds of Prey. He was just a sidekick, and that was, my least favorite live action interpretation.
Exactly.
And poor Ewan McGregor. Bless his heart, he tried.
It's Fancy Man Black Mask.
He really did try. They just didn't give him anything to work with. I was so happy to have him in the DC universe, and then they ruined it. He'll probably never work with Warner's again.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going back to Star Wars.
Hey, man, that's a good place to be, man. Get that Disney money.
Yeah. We need the money. Gimme.
But Batman hasn't ruled Zsasz out. Zsasz gloats at them and gives Batman a verbal cue about an innocent babe that makes Batman suspect him even more. However, he needs to determine how Zsasz escaped from Arkham, but moreover, he did escape. Why did he come back?
The food's really good at Arkham.
He likes the company. There's your team up.
No, Joker hates him.
I know.
Joker hates him.
I was going to say that. That would be the team up.
He's like, you're just a common killer. You got OCD, but you're a murderer. You're no fun. You're no fun, Zsasz.
You're one of those new kids. They tried to reboot us, but nah. I mean, does Joker respect anybody in the Rogues Gallery, though?
I think he has respect for the Penguin. I think he likes Penguin style, but the Penguin's so adamant about not working with him, that whole thing.
And I mean, in some of the more modern stuff, it seems like he had some kind of respect for, Selina.
Well, of course, she actually boned the guy he wants to bone.
Whoa!
I mean, it's right there in the pages, bro. It's not subtext at this point.
That'd be so funny if Joker showed up in a Catwoman costume just one time.
I can see that.
Oh, Lord. Returning to the city, Batman and Gordon meet up with Detective... It says Stanley Kitch. I didn't know his name was Stanley.
Of course his name's Stanley.
Who discovered 2 more victims of the Zsasz-style killings. 2 students are found dead in their apartment, having apparently been killed several hours prior to the Spengler murders.
He went on a little bit of a spree there, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
But not really.
It says without warning, but yeah, Batman and Gordon walk out and it looks like Kitch is making some kind of inappropriate comment about the dead bodies, which that doesn't seem like Kitsch's style. He's usually the one yelling at all the other cops about making the comment. Because Batman snaps, leaping upon Detective Kitsch, beating upon him repeatedly until he is seemingly dead.
Here's your sign. Something fishy.
Sexual frustration.
Come on, let's go to the Batmobile. Handle this real quick.
Whoa. I love that. I love how even the summary.
Get some Snickers. What do you mean?
I love how the.
You're not you and you're hungry.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, instead of giving Wonder Woman a Snickers, they need to give Batman a Snickers. Hashtag never forget, never forgive. I'm still pissed about it.
Exactly. I love how the summary says seemingly dead. Gordon manages to lay him out with the butt of his pistol.
He's been waiting to do that. Just saying.
Pistol whip him. Do it again. Then arranges to have Batman taken to Arkham. That evening, Batman's former partners, Nightwing and Robin, learn of the incident. Nightwing refuses to believe that Batman is a cop killer and decides to investigate on his own. At Arkham, Batman's
a Gotham cop isn't even really a cop killing.
Oh!
They're also crooked. Barely cops.
Burn.
They're bullies with badges.
Oh, it's a killing. If nothing
always
else.
on the take.
Yeah, but it's still a killing.
Seemingly.
Yeah, seemingly. At Arkham, Batman is placed inside a maximum security cell.
It's Arkham, though. He could get out if he wanted. Just hashtag change my mind.
Oh, my lord. And just think the list of the characters. Stan Kitsch, apparent to death.
Gee, give it away, why don't you guys?
I know. But I mean, okay, so. Boy, this one. Oh, I was going to ask Kristen if she wanted to join us because it is Nightwing in this, but that is her least favorite Nightwing costume.
I don't blame her. That's a rough time for Nightwing fans if you're just in it for the booty shots.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she likes, like, the disco wing and stuff, but yeah, she hates this costume the most. So.
You think they're ever going to go through that phase on on Titans? Just for poops and giggles, they just do it.
Oh, my God. That would be funny.
It's like a costume party or something. Somebody shows up in it.
That'd be funny. But, oh yeah, and then we also get an appearance of Maxie Zeus. This thing's all over the place.
You know, honestly, for as deep as Batman's Rogues Gallery is, I would kill to see that guy in live action instead of always Joker. Joker.
I mean, seriously, like if you want...
Or Two-Face even. Two-Face has gotten too much action.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you want comedic relief in a movie, don't use Zsasz. Use Maxie Zeus or something.
Well, you can't use Zsasz, but it's going to be dark comedy.
Well, I mean, like that last Harley Quinn movie. Don't use Zsasz as, you know.
Yeah. Well, they saw what Gotham did, and they thought that they could do it too. That's my honest opinion, and they failed at it miserably.
I mean, yeah, he was kind of funny in Gotham, but he was still kind of like
threatening and intimidating.
Scary, yeah.
They never found the balance, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, he's got such a deep Rose Gallery, but people choose they just choose to ignore it. Oh, funny guy, get him the Riddler, see?
Oh, my lord.
Like, don't we have a guy with a ventriloquist act that we could use? Just say, somebody get Peter Dinklage on the phone, please.
What, for Scarface?
Yes! Hello!
Oh, my God, yes! I never knew I wanted that. Now I want that.
Somebody tweet at Warner Brothers, please.
Oh my lord! We're doing the accent and everything. Yeah, gums ass, huh?
And if he's busy, I actually have another actor in mind. It's the guy from you remember that the little person who had like the pit boss guy? Not him, but he had a sidekick. I can't think of his name right now. That guy would be good too.
Oh yeah.
I think he's actually Italian, so I don't know that he would do that, but.
Oh, I
have lots of thoughts for Batman movies that don't involve the Joker. Okay.
Oh, it's a Batman movie. There's a ton of short actors who would kill probably to do that.
But when people come to see them, like there's like two famous little people at a time. That's like their thing. Just like there's only two famous black actors and actresses at a time. It's a thing.
Exactly. But no, see, they were thorough with Zaz's examination.
I don't know. Check that word bubble.
I don't know. That word bubble's kind of small.
Well, he does kill people, so he's overcompensating for something.
Or maybe he only rises to the occasion when he's killing.
That is a thing.
The killing and the self-mutilation.
It is definitely a thing. I watch Criminal Minds and SVU. I know these things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could you imagine if just overnight, just Batman becomes SVU and like Criminal Minds? Just overnight, no warning.
Oh, that'd be funny. Oh, and then they didn't even mention this, where Batman and Gordon are going in to check the college kids, that murder scene, and that cop tries to stop Batman, and Batman just spins him around and cuffs him with his own cuffs.
Do you know who I am? Am I not with my boo? Do you see him standing here?
I was gonna say they missed their opportunity. They should have just had one of his buddies be like, "You know who that is? That's the commissioner's boo."
Just saying.
That's just so funny.
They'll never let me write a Batman book. That's all I'm saying.
It's just a quick. He spins that cop around and cuffs him with his own cuffs.
Get out of my way, losers.
Oh my god, that was something funny if his buddies just punking him. Oh, good lord. All right. Do you want to get to the next one?
Yep. Darn tootin' I do.
Lilith is like, this one is good. Of course I want to get to the next one.
Poor Ray Ray.
I swear to God, I thought you were going to give him the cult story, but no.
Mm-mm. Make him suffer. He'll never read another Batman book again. See?
I was going to say, Lilith, we could have turned him, but no, you had to give... I mean...
I'm the villain! What do you want from me?
I don't know if it's just nostalgia, but, I mean, I don't know. That story's not bad to me.
That's not bad, but I don't think Ray Ray, he's gonna find something to appreciate in it, but he ain't gonna appreciate all of it. That's all I'm gonna say.
And if you're listening on the podcast, check out last episode.
Or, be like the cool kids and hit the subscribe button on the YouTube, or watch us live on Facebook,
Exactly.
We're probably up too early for most people's likings, to be honest.
I know, I think Chad dropped off.
Poor thing. He's tired. He works third shift.
And he drinks a lot.
Same.
No. Alright, so yes, Batman Shadow of the Bat, number 3, The Last Arkham, Part 3, from August 1992.
This was a summer banger. Like, can you imagine?
Oh yeah, this was like...
Being a kid, you definitely had something to look forward to for the summer.
Oh yeah, I missed that. Like I said, that's what I missed, man. In the summer, we used to have like annual events with the annuals. And yeah, this was like their Batman summer movie thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
To go along with the release of Batman Returns. I'd rather take that than some of the,
everything that happened after it? But that set it up, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather do Batman Returns than why'd you say that name?
Okay, as long as you didn't say Batman and Robin, we're good.
Well,
nope,
too.
Sorry, Tyler.
That too.
And I was a kid when that stuff came out and it wasn't good to me, so... Just saying.
I just remember... well, that's the thing. I remember going to see Batman and Robin and, like, I went with a group of friends and, like, none of them read comics. They're like, what was wrong with that movie? I'm like, where do I start?
Phil pulls out the list.
Let me see. In the first 5 minutes. Back in the day, no one wanted to hear it. Now, I walk into work and everyone's like, oh, did you, on Monday morning, did you see Falcon and Winter Soldier? I'm like, duh. What was that thing with the...
I need to check on the Marvel kids, just a quick aside, because, like, a lot of people are really, like, simping for Zemo, and I'm worried. I'm worried for the youths. It's like... neo-Nazism is already on the rise in the U.S. Do we really need everybody simping for Zemo?
Well, I think
y'all okay over there?
They just wanted to create the meme that it's like, oh, look at the world we live in when we're for Zemo and against John, Captain America, meaning John Walker.
Well, as the saying goes, Steve Rogers is how America wants everybody to see them. John Walker is what the U.S. actually is, and Sam Walker is what America should be. So, you know why everybody hates Sam now. You're welcome.
I was going to say, you probably didn't watch this week's episode. I mean, yeah, they
I watched the premiere, and that is it. I'm sorry.
Well, last week, John Walker kills. Now he's on trial. That he was.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I see the spoilers.
But yeah,
Facebook people, rude.
He just screams. He just screams. He's like, you created me. This is what you wanted.
Exactly what America is.
Oh my God! Did you see who the new character they revealed? Who was supposed to first be seen in Black Widow, but
who?
Oh, you didn't see.
Tell me.
The Contessa, Val, blah 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 blah. I don't know if they're setting her up to be like the new Nick Fury, but yes, portrayed by Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Shut up! Somebody get Colson on the phone, because you know there's a TV show that used to be married. The old adventures of the new adventures of old Christine. That is my freaking jam. Better than Veep. Hashtag fight me. That is chef's kiss. That's my favorite Julia role.
So now you have to watch episode 5.
Yeah, I will.
And it's the
I
penultimate.
was gonna wait for the whole thing to wrap, because it's only 8 episodes.
6.
Oh well, hell, I'm there next week.
Yeah,
I'll
next week's the
binge
finale.
on
So
it.
yeah, 6. It's only 6.
Nice. Thank you for that. I like that for us.
That's not bad. I mean, they could have taken a little bit more time, but yeah, it's not bad. So,
Okay.
so yeah, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I guess she might. She
As
again.
soon as I finish the week's Invincible next week, I'll go ahead and just binge all of Falcon.
Yeah, because I guess they said she was originally, her first appearance was supposed to be the Black Widow movie, but since that got pushed back, so I guess.
To July.
So I'm guessing she's going to show up in Black Widow, Lilith.
I mean,
You're
still
gonna-
don't want to discuss them. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, but you're going to watch it though.
Did we decide if that was a group roundtable or not?
I mean, like I said, that. Oh, so you're not going to watch it if you're not podcasting it?
I mean, I'll get around to it, but I won't watch it in like the first week or anything if
Okay.
I don't have to.
But yeah, I don't know if they're setting her up to be like the new Nick Fury or something. Because yeah, she comes basically. I don't know if she's gonna I don't know if that's gonna where the Thunderbolts is coming in. Because I don't know. She starts talking to John after like his trial.
Oh.
And she's like she was like saying stuff like, oh, that was a good move taking that serum, and it's like, oh, don't worry about them, meaning
Interesting.
the committee. So yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. I wonder if she picks up Taskmaster and Black Widow. If she's and then John Walker. Are we starting our Thunderbolts?
I wouldn't put it past Marvel.
Why not? Hey, that's what me and Charlie were saying. Are they going to be like, hey, Warners, let us show you how to make a Suicide Squad?
We'll see.
I just wonder if they're going to play it, if they do Thunderbolts like Suicide Squad.
Because, no offense, Marvel's villains still aren't that entertaining for me.
Oh my God. They're not going to pull, if they do Thunderbolts, they're not going to get James Gunn, are they?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see how that Guardians movie does, I guess.
I know, but I'm just saying since he's doing the Suicide Squad.
I think he's probably going to be burnt out on those anti-hero teams.
Maybe.
So.
No, yes, just bring him in to direct those a-holes.
Exactly.
All right. So, sorry. Batman, Shadow of the Bat, number 3. Refusing to believe that Batman could murder a police officer, the only person who keeps a level head, Nightwing breaks into Arkham Asylum while sneaking around through the ventilation shaft because it's a comic and not reality. Nightwing comes upon Batman.
You remember that one Not Another Teen movie? This holds 2 adolescent boys, and then there's 3 of them, and they go flying down.
I mean, come on. It's a health facility in Gotham. You really think they're going to give them, a lot of ventilation? Come on.
I'm just saying that those pipes are old, bro. It should be disgustingly filthy.
Well, no, they were renovating the place, so, I mean, this could be brand new.
Renovating. You're not cleaning out the pipes when you're renovating. You're putting... It's a fancy way of saying putting on some paint and patching some holes. Because it's Arkham.
Hey, listen to Lilith. She's cleaned out many a pipe in her time.
Allegedly.
I plead
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
I plead the 5th, Your Honor.
Poor Nightwing.
I don't want to say she's the Joker of Florida, but yeah. He runs out in the Batman in the ventilation shaft. Oh, hey. In Gotham. What? There's a joke in there somewhere.
I know.
In Gotham, an escaped Mr. Zsasz murders a man named Patrick Glemp. Then places a phone
He
call.
deserved it. Listen to that name.
I know.
Patrick? What are you, some kind of starfish?
I was going to say, starfish and boxer shorts? What? Then places a phone call to learn the whereabouts of one Zolly Hiram. His wife tells Zsasz to try the Plug Lucky Casino. Not a big game.
Did he? Are you okay?
Is that
Did
name
he?
supposed to mean something? Plug Lucky? What?
See, I don't know. This is what I mean. Diddy should have said something.
I don't know what's going on.
They're Boston Pizza owners for sure.
Oh!
I thought they were Boston Pizza owners.
That's like your favorite drop, and I have no idea why.
It just suits everything. I'm sorry.
I know. No, that's fine.
Look how big it is.
Back at Arkham, Batman and Nightwing bypass the security cameras and sneak into Jeremiah Arkham's office. Batman explains
Hey,
that...
wait. No. There's, it's like an actual thing. Lucky Duck Casinos. I don't know if it goes back to the 90s.
Oh,
but it is
Plug
an actual
Lucky?
thing. It's like, yeah.
Oh.
So maybe somebody likes to gamble.
Why would you name him that? Jeez. Plug your money in that slot machine. Oh, you old people. But okay, now we get the explanation. Batman explains to Nightwing that Detective Kitsch is fine and that the entire plot was staged to get into Arkham without raising Jeremiah's suspicions. I think you
should
just...
have raised his suspicions anyway. Like Gordon was going to throw Batman in jail.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you could have committed Batman for anything and no one would have batted an eye.
Yeah, he dresses up as a giant bat and beats up criminals with no due diligence. Like,
I mean, the only unbelievable thing would have been like, oh, they captured the Batman.
yeah, that should have been your first sign.
Confident that Zsasz has found a way to escape the asylum, they begin searching through Jeremiah's files to find some sort of clue. Batman learns of a connection between Zsasz and fellow patient Everett Mallet. They accidentally set off an alarm, and Arkham sends his orderlies to his office.
Ruh-roh.
You know there's something wrong with Arkham because he's sleeping at the asylum.
Gotta be on call. That's that being on call 24/7 doctor life, bro.
Really? In Gotham? In Gotham, Zolly Hiram runs out of luck at the Plug Lucky Casino. Wow, that's false advertising. And the managers won't extend his credit line. He leaves the casino and runs into Mr. Zsasz. Commissioner Gordon discovers Hiram's body hours later. So, that happened. At Arkham, Batman and Nightwing fight off a horde of orderlies. Nightwing escapes back through the vents, but Batman gives himself back up. Arkham has Batman taken to the punishment room. What is this? Lilith Hellfire's second bedroom? What? Here he is forced to confront...
It's the third one because the second one is the office.
Oh, so the whips and chains are in the third? Okay. Gotcha. Arkham is Batman.
But if anybody asks, guys, it's a Catwoman cosplay room for tax purposes.
Here he is forced to confront a room full of his most dangerous adversaries, including a new foe known as Amygdala.
Hey-o!
Oh yeah.
Did they get? Oh well, if this was Marvel, they would have given you a yellow box to go check out some issues. But
no, this. So this arc not only is it the first appearance of Zsasz, but also of Amygdala.
they're like, put a feather in your cap for that one later, people.
Well, with Zsasz and Amygdala, put your feather in your cap for Nightfall.
True.
While his old villains watch from behind a glass wall, phrasing, Batman fights against Amygdala. He eventually defeats him, but Jeremiah Arkham, monitoring the entire affair from his office, pushes a button that raises the glass wall. The other patients descend upon Batman.
It's some too. Can of whoop ass activated.
So yeah, so so the list of the of all the rogues: Amygdala, first appearance; Black Mask, Cavalier, Cornelius Stirk, Crazy Quilt, Joker, Mad Hatter, Mr. Zsasz wasn't there, but he's in this issue. Poison Ivy, Riddler, Scarecrow, Spook, Tweedledum, and What?
Are we just gonna glaze over Mr. Quilt? Really?
What?
Mr. Quilt?
Oh, Crazy Quilt? Yeah. I mean, that's big.
I mean, Batman's rogues gallery is so deep, and all we can do is Joker and Two-Face.
I mean, Crazy Quilt's been a joke since day one. I mean, he was basically Robin's punching bag.
Exactly.
Tweedledum and
Poison Ivy. You know, Poison Ivy actually doesn't deserve to be in Arkham. She actually deserves to be in a real jail because she's just an eco-terrorist.
Maybe just like the power set or whatever. I don't know. But Tweedledum and Tweedledee, I mean, this is one of the few appearances, I guess, post-crisis.
Because who cares?
I know. And then rounding out Two-Face and the ventriloquist. There you go. So you think about it, like I said, I mean, you know, they pulled out all the stops for this, you know, to start off this book. The creative team.
They were like, you can go as crazy as you want. They're like, bet.
All the rogues, Nightwing.
Did they really like Tim? Because I feel like Tim gets the most thrown under the bus all the time when they write.
I know, it's basically like, oh yeah, Tim's still in the city.
We prefer Nightwing, obviously.
Well, I think they thought the kids were preferred Nightwing because again, at this point, yeah, he's still in the Titans book, so they're like, yeah, let's just bring in Nightwing. I mean, but would it have been believable? You know, Tim was still pretty new to his job, breaking into Arkham, and you know.
But they kind of showed him to be an exceptional boy wonder, if you will. You know, so this would have kind of like solidified that. But maybe they would have felt like the boys would have felt he was too Gary Stu at that point.
Maybe
could have had Alfred do it. I'm just saying.
I know we don't even see Alfred this time.
He's having a birthday party. Don't worry about it.
Wait, they locked him up in the asylum? Oh,
finally!
A whole weekend to party. Seriously. See, the dogs liked it. Shut up, dog, before you get into that third bedroom.
More like outside in the rain.
Oh. Alright, so should we get to the last one?
Oh my god, yes, finally.
You're not on a date, shut up.
No, I just mean the reveal is, the last part of this issue is really good.
Oh yeah. So yes, Batman Shadow of the Bat number 4, The Last Arkham Part 4, from September 1992. Oh boy. All the inmates at Arkham Asylum attack Batman en masse. Battered and torn, he manages to persevere and defeat them all.
I call shenanigans, but go off, Bruce.
I mean, I figure none of them have their weapons, and, you know, Batman's highly trained to the point of, you know.
We know, Bat God's a thing, we know.
I mean, this is like the start of Bat God. Oh, yeah. Jeremiah.
I mean, he hangs out with literal, actual, like, modern day gods, so they had to give him something. A rich man's gonna have a complex about that.
And I mean, again, we're 6 years after Dark Knight Returns. It's basically like, I smack Superman around on a daily basis. You know, it's like.
'Cause he lets you.
I think I'm scared of Crazy Quilt.
Exactly.
Jeremiah Arkham is disturbed by the turnout and, under the advice of Mr. Zsasz, moves Batman to a special cell. Third bedroom.
All by myself.
I mean, seriously.
Like, if I went to jail and they put me in solitary confinement, I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Yes, exactly. Do you know who I am? Thank you.
I mean, it's supposed to be bad for you, but it'd be like, okay, so I can sleep at night without keeping one eye open.
Well, you still got to watch out for the guards, but that's another conversation for another day.
But
moving along.
At least with them, you'll hear like the door opening or whatever.
True.
At Gotham City Police Headquarters, Nightwing consults with Commissioner Gordon. Gordon tells him about how Batman, Lieutenant Kitsch, and he staged the affair that led to Batman's incarceration at Arkham Asylum. He also tells him about the death of Zolly Hiram and apparent suicide.
Yeah, Yeah, he killed himself, but he shot himself in the back of the head.
He killed himself. He slit his own throat and like stabbed himself like 20, 30 times. Do you think every suicide in Gotham is like labeled as apparent?
Yeah. Well, no, you live in Gotham, so yeah, of course you do. Of course you want to unalive yourself. You live in Gotham. You made the world's worst life decision.
At Arkham, Mr. Zsasz escapes from his cell by way of a secret tunnel installed by Zsasz and Hiram when he redesigned the hospital.
Okay, look. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're designing a mental facility, you don't need no damn secret tunnels. Unless you're doing secret bad stuff.
And again, I get that Zolly probably wanted the money, for this tunnel. Like some of the inmates would pay for this. But I mean, as we see,
one of them, they're crazy. They're gonna turn on you.
I mean, for nothing else, they're gonna kill you to shut you up. I mean, yeah, you got some money probably, but then you're dead. It's like
you're not an Egyptian pharaoh. You can't take it with you. So
we need the money. Gimme.
Outside. Crawling through the passage that lies adjacent to Batman's cell, he taps out a message in Morse code: "Punisher punished. Innocents will die."
Who is this, Frank Castle?
I mean, just. And again, he doesn't think Batman can get out.
He didn't do his research.
Just has to poke the bear. It's just like ha ha ha. Because at one point, doesn't he do the Morse code? He just goes HA HA HA.
Like, who is this, Lilith Hellfire? My God, man, have some chill.
It's like, what a dick.
Joker kidnapper.
Oh, no, please. Zsasz wanted to be Joker. In the worst way.
I mean, Joker's a mass murderer, but he doesn't go out of his way to kill people individually, because that's just too above him. I'm just saying.
Just whatever rules in his path,
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't go looking for it, but... Alright, so Nightwing goes to Zsasz and Hiram's house and searches the place. He finds out that Hiram was the chief contractor for the Arkham renovations. He finds the blueprints tucked away inside a pocket in a fake book. Batman finally realizes that Zsasz does in fact have the means to leave Arkham, and he escapes from his cell in order to pursue him. Oh yeah, what do you think of that? Like, he pulls the lining out of his cape to get past those motion sensors and has to crawl through was it infrared?
Oh my God.
Dun 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 dun.
Funny.
But yeah, Batman escapes his own cell to pursue him. Batman finds the hidden tunnel and follows it into the sewer. Because in Gotham,
it's always the sewer.
All roads lead to the sewer in Gotham, kids. Nightwing, armed with the layout of the hospital, also knows of the secret passageway, and they both corner Zsasz at the same time. Zsasz goes feral and lashes out at the heroes with his knife. Batman deflects the blow and smashes Zsasz out by smashing him face first into a concrete wall.
Smash it! Smash it!
They bring Zsasz back to Arkham, where they find Commissioner Gordon interviewing Jeremiah Arkham. Batman makes certain that Arkham takes a long, close look at Zsasz to see what madness truly is. So, I love these notes. Barbara Gordon shows up only in a photograph.
She's busy. She's out doing hot girl stuff. She's busy.
Seriously. All right. So we tied it up. What did you think, Lilith Hellfire?
I think it's a solid 4-issue run, especially for a new book. I think it is a really great way to pull you in. It's a lot of shocks. Like, you're like, oh, wait, Batman just beat a guy to death? Yeah, I mean, you know he didn't, but you're just like, wait, they want us to believe he beat a man to death? Stanley at that? Every time I see that character, I'm always like, Stuttering Stanley! Stuttering Stanley! Because that guy is just, that's who that guy is.
Yeah. Yeah, Kitsch. I mean, and again... you knew Batman wasn't going to kill, but, they set up a little mystery. And
yeah, it was a lot of mystery and intrigue. And you're like, you didn't check the feet, Batman? Of course we knew something should have been up. He didn't check the feet. That's literally, as a kid, we're just, check his feet!
He was angry. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Zsasz just...
Cut me, bro.
I like Zsasz. I just wish, like I said, it's so ironic that Gotham kind of is my favorite live action interpretation because it's still very far from the comic book Zsasz, but it's enough of them still there.
Yeah, I mean, what other live action did we get of him?
We got Green Arrow. Oh my god, we got Arrow, and then we got Birds of Prey as well. So
Batwoman.
We don't talk about that one especially.
I think the character would have been fine if you.
And it's not even the one from Arrow, so you're just like, I mean, I know Crisis and all, but y'all didn't bother to clean up a lot of stuff that Crisis could clean up. So like now I don't even care.
It was his brother. Again, I mean, the character would have been serviceable enough if you had just said it wasn't Zsasz and somebody else.
Exactly. That's the problem. It's like, oh yeah, Birds of Prey did a thing. Maybe we can just use that and catch up. Like, do you understand that Birds of Prey actually didn't do good? Even by pandemic standards, it didn't do good.
Well, it actually came out before the pandemic, too.
I mean, but it was still going during the pandemic. It made a lot of its money, especially overseas money during the pandemic. I think it's like the fifth or sixth highest grossing movie of 2020 because of the pandemic. So it's in the top 10. So.
Okay. Oh, maybe was it like Blu-ray sales or something? Yeah, because I remember it came out in 2019. I saw it in the theater.
Yeah, but yeah, technically in 2020 it's like one of those highest grossing. It's weird.
HBO Max. People are like, I'm bored. Oh, the pandemic saved it. Like people are like, I'm bored. I guess I'll watch Harley Quinn.
I mean, there's some diehard fun fact. Did you know that, you probably don't know the girl, but you know, Emma Roberts, Julia Roberts' niece, she does all those like American Horror Story shows. Okay. Like Scream Queens. Yeah. She was supposed to be Harley Quinn.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That was their first pick for Harley Quinn. But why, by the way, why are we not canceling Emma Roberts? Because she did also beat up, Evan Peters, aka Quicksilver.
She beat him up.
Yeah, she's still working in this town. Like, y'all so up in arms about freaking Amber Heard. Can we, like, cancel Emma Roberts, too?
Yeah, that's weird.
Evan Peters is way more likable than Johnny Depp. #fight me.
I don't know, man, unless he was just like...
And I like Johnny Depp for the most part, but I'm just saying, that's just kind of weird. So I'm glad that we didn't end up getting her, but, yeah, I just always find that that's a little interesting tidbit.
I mean... I'm curious now after the animated series. Kaylee Cuoco, I would have liked to see what she would have done with that.
No,
or she
wouldn't be down for that. Like I give Margot Robbie a lot of crap, but at least she got into the athleticism of it all. She did her own stunts in Suicide Squad, things like that. Like she's dedicated to that character. That's her character now. So I will make no bones about that. That is absolutely Margot Robbie's character. Warner agrees with that philosophy.
So what do you say?
And I'm interested to see the Suicide Squad just for her because they're actually going back to that original idea of the mad love, the actual like Harley Quinn, red and black Harley Quinn. So we'll see how that goes. Just something I had to get off my chest. Sorry, but yeah, this is a solid B+. I mean, for averaging of the issues, I love the artwork. The story's great. Batman going ha ha.
I was about to say an A, but yeah, you might be right with that B+. Just like some of the little plot holes, like Batman didn't check Zaz's feet, and
yeah, it's just like it's Arkham. We know they're up to stuff.
I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, we introduced 2 new rogues and stuff, and at least
this was a great time to be a Batman fan. Yeah. Like, there's just always something new for Batman. I mean, now it's just like, ooh, it's always something new for Batman. That's what that means in like the 20s, the 2020s. But like back in the late 1900s, as the kids today say.
I mean, again, if this was modern day, they would have succumbed and it just made.
This would have been a 12 issue,
and it would have been it would have been focused on like the Joker, because everything all roads lead back to Joker.
Unfortunately, because he sells, like I said, he's got his own book, his own merch. Literally his own merch, the prank shop. I'm still upset about it.
I know, that is so weird.
Why are we giving mass murderers toys?
I know, that always strikes me as so weird.
I don't think they know who the Joker is. Like, honestly.
Oh, I think people.
And like I said, that I do read that book just because it's given to me for free. Otherwise, I would not be reading it.
Yeah. So what did you think of issue 2? Yeah, Gordon drops the bomb. Yeah, he knows Barbara's Oracle and Batgirl.
I mean, duh. I mean, I'm glad, and that means he knows who Bruce is as well. But we just pretend like that doesn't happen because you can't kind of do one without the other. Let's just be honest.
Oh, I love that panel. He's just like, I could see the wheels turning in his head, thinking, "What else do I know?"
Don't want to scare your boo off. His boo likes the anonymity of it all. So
he asked him for his phone number, though. He used to call me on my cell phone.
Seriously, like, just make it canon already.
Hey-o. All right, so do you want to hear what Russell had to say about this?
Don't forget his bumper. Yes, I do.
Okay. Oh, I was going to say maybe I was going to play the bumper after his feedback, but so
just give him a little introduction.
Oh, should we do the bumper first?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, this is Russell from the Tomes of Evil podcast. Before we get to the feedback, we're going to play a little bumper. He's going to have a Batman in the Shadow special coming up, so take a listen.
How did you know what was happening to me? How did you know who I am?
The Shadow knows.
Hello, Tomes of Evil listeners. Allow us to introduce our first Patreon exclusive show, The Weeds of Crime, The Shadow in Comics. I am Russell, and with my host, Justin the Owl Osgood, we will take you on a journey through the Shadow's life in comics. So that just begs the question, who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Nice.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, you guys should subscribe to his Patreon, but I was going to say, Justin the Owl Osgood, a fancy man intro. Who are you, Ray?
Nice. I can't wait to listen to that one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, so here is Russell's thoughts on The Last Arkham.
He's going to roast us for liking it, isn't he?
I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, guys, it's Russell here. Gonna send my feedback for Shadow of the Bat, number 1 through 4, The Last Arkham. This one is pretty damn good, in my opinion. I love the art up front. This is the definitive Batman to me. Nightwing's costume doesn't look the best. And what's up with his hair? But it was the 90s.
1992.
So it gets a pass. This was our introduction to Victor Zsasz. And I would assume also our introduction to Amygdala. And Victor Zsasz is cool. Like, he is probably one of Batman's more quote-unquote realistic villains. He's very creepy. He's very sadistic. He doesn't have any crazy costumes, although in this he kind of has like this late 1800s gentleman attire.
Fancy man.
But we know from here on out he would just kind of be the guy with the tick marks on his body. I like Batman in this. This was like the perfect balance between, he wasn't quite Bat God, but he wasn't totally incompetent either. Like, they had this big elaborate ruse to get him into Arkham, and it was all his idea, so that's kind of a Bat-God characteristic. But he didn't immediately know every answer to every problem. One thing I do appreciate about this story is that despite the Joker being in it, he is kind of not, he's nothing. Like, he's in a few shots, and then he just ends up getting punched out really quick. My boy the Scarecrow's in this as well, and he's kind of relegated to, like, you know, a plot device. So, yeah. There's a bunch of, like, small-time Batman villains in this, just kind of in there. One of them I had never even heard of. I kept saying, why does that one guy look like the Spectre? There was the guy with the green cloak and hood, and I was like, why is the Spectre here? Apparently that is a villain called the Spook, which I can't imagine why that villain name isn't used anymore. Yeah, overall, I enjoyed this book. I really enjoyed Jeremiah Arkham getting his comeuppance at the end there, because he's an see, I almost cussed again. Dang. He's a butthole. He's a... Yeah, so that was nice. This one's surprisingly gruesome, which I guess this was the era where Batman, this was the late 80s, early 90s, so kind of continuing the, we'd seen Dark Knight Returns, Killing Joke, The Cult, so it was in that vein. Yeah, this was really good. I would give it a B. Just a solid B.
There you go.
Probably could have made it a little bit shorter, but it didn't drag on as long as Batman Venom or Batman the Cult did, in my opinion. They were real quick, easy reads, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So once again, it's always a pleasure to send my feedback. Phil and Lilith, thank you so much. And I will see you later.
Nice. Thank you, Russell. But, I think he has a point where it's like, I think Alan Grant was better at, like, pacing than Denny O'Neil or, like, Jim Starlin.
Absolutely. And I just want to thank Russell for his feedback. I like that he agreed with us, but you don't have to agree with us to send feedback. We like feedback of all kinds. But this is a pretty dang good story, I think, universally. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Again, he said that's what he said is a B. So, damn, Lil. I was gonna say if you'd given this to Ray, maybe we would have turned Ray. But
no, Ray's kind of quirky. I honestly think he might actually find the beauty in the story that she chose for him. I just couldn't do it. I was so glad. I was like, ooh, I can give this to somebody else. Yes.
We will see, and you can see if you're listening on the podcast. Go check out last week. So
definitely,
it was great. All right. So should we get out of here?
Needed more tank top, but just a safe bet, safe guess.
Oh, good lord.
I did want to bring up something. I always assumed that Zaz's name was just the male version of Zsa, as in like Zsa Zsa Gabor, and that name means God's promise. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Hashtag research that and then fact check me if you want for the next episode, but that's kind of like my headcanon, and it's very interesting.
Oh my god, what's God promising with Zaz?
Death, murder, and mayhem. Don't you read the Old Testament?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Understood.
Gimme.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in the New Testament.
Alright, ready to get out of here?
Let's do it.
Alright, everyone. So yes, thank you for joining us for the Last Arkham. Hold on. Probably help if I bring the schedule up. Trying to remember. Oh, we'll be getting close to our crossover soon. Oh yes, next week, Batman Shadow of the Bat 37 and 38. It's a Joker story.
Woohoo!
I believe it's. I'll say, is it the same team? Well, it might be Alan Grant, but I think it's a different artist. Yeah. And then Detective Comics 585 and 586, and then followed by Detective Comics 592 and 593, which I believe are Ratcatcher, and then...
Are we gearing up for the Suicide Squad? What are we doing here?
Ratcatcher and then Cornelius Stirk. So, yeah, if you saw these characters in this book, yes, you'll get their first appearances. And then follow that up with Detective Comics 612, Catwoman, and Catman. What?
Yikes.
All right, so so send your thoughts on all of those. You don't have to be Russell. You can all send your thoughts. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. On Facebook, Twitter. Find links to this YouTube channel. See Lilith rolling her eyes. Links to our Patreon. Lots of big things happening there. Movie reviews, boob windows and long boxes. It's all there. And, most importantly, merch.
Stay hydrated, my friend. It's nobody's business what you're drinking on that Zoom call, and enjoy your Zoom calls while it lasts. Although I hear a lot of people are able to permanently work from home now, so congratulations if that's you, because it ain't me.
Lilith's like, I gotta go out in the sunlight eventually. All right. So links to everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio.
Get yourself some headphones so you can hear us in HD audio quality.
Drown out the laughter of the other madmen in the asylum with some crystal clear HD audio.
I think that's Rob in the back.
All the fancy man drama. And also, be like the Batman and hunt a killer.
Michelle Gray still need your help, guys. And we do have a fancy handy dandy code, Southgate, that you can use on both sites.
Yeah.
But if you like to read, not just comics, go get Pod Life the book. Now in digital and paperback, audio version coming soon. Learn all about
incoming.
Learn all about the podcasting from some experts and
that third best Southgate himself,
Rob Master Do. Well, get that on Amazon, and when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that man chained to the wall, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom.
Please kick me in the pants. Why did your eye drift over to my box?
All right, Lilith Hellfire.
If you just want to hang out with me on the interwebs, find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course on the clock app itself, TikTok at Lilith Hellfire69.
Gave up to me. Don't give it.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
And remember, kids.
And Ray likes it long.
Oh, you started it, Ray. So yes, thank you for joining us, kids, in the asylum. Come back in 1 week for more Shadow of the Bat. Batman Shadow of the Bat 37 and 38. With another lesser known rogue, you know, if any of you have heard of this Joker character. But yeah, you can send your thoughts on Last Arkham. Even if your feedback is here late, we'll read it in this episode. Ray.
Leave him alone. He's got to mentally prepare himself for what he has to
Meditating. Hey, he's all happy. Really nice to get the book back. Alright, kids, come back next time. Same bat time. Same bat channel.
Same bat channel.
The Batman Podcast.
We are the night, we are vengeance.
I am Connor from the House of L.
And I am Ray from the House of Zod.
We are two of the many, many survivors of Krypton's destruction, and we have made our home in Australia, and dare I say, have become Australians, for better or worse. But we have also decided to read Superman comics, read Superman books, watch Superman shows, cartoons, movies, basically everything Superman, and from an Australian perspective as well. Whether you're a seasoned fan, like me,
or whether you are coming in fresh, wide-eyed and wanting to learn more like me, then this podcast is for you. Join us for our bi-weekly adventures available on all good podcast catchers.
Just search for Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. We'll be coming to you from Australia or some cosmic dimension, wherever we are that week. Up,
and away.